Chapter 1: Setting the Spell. You do not have to wait for October 31st to feel the tingle at the back of your neck. Spooky season is a state of mind you practice, like a cozy craft that occasionally screams. This chapter helps you build daily and weekly rituals that invite a little mischief into your schedule. Think of it as a friendly haunting of your routine. You will sip, light, listen, watch, and wander with intention, so that when Halloween arrives, you are already fluent in its language of flicker and fog, your morning portal. Start the day with a small ritual that cues your senses. The goal is not a full theatrical production before breakfast. You want a repeatable 5-minute spell that tells your brain it is officially fall and officially spooky. Candle and scent. Light a candle that smells like spiced pumpkin, smoky cedar, or apple orchard. If flames are not your thing, use an oil diffuser. Scents are memory glue. Pick one and make it your autumn signature, the first sound. Put on a soft playlist of eerie instrumentals or vintage organ tones. Keep it low so it feels like the house is breathing along with you. 5-minute fright. Read a single page from a ghost story or a creepy poem. If words are not your speed in the morning, look at one eerie photograph and notice the textures and shadows. The glance. Stand by a window, take one deep breath. Catalog the light, the leaf color, the air. If you can see your breath, smile. You are doing it right. Afternoon anchors. Afternoons get busy, which is why you need a built-in cue. Choose one of these and link it to something that already happens, like your coffee break or a return from errands. The talisman pocket. Carry a tiny charm, a smooth black stone, or a skeleton key. When you touch it, you remember your spooky priority to savor the day. Cue the delight. Save one Halloween short video, podcast mini-episode, or track from a horror film score for your afternoon slump. Keep it to 5 minutes to make it a treat, not a time sink. Leaf walk. If you can, step outside. Walk 1 block. Listen to the crunch and scan for front porch pumpkins. You are on neighborhood reconnaissance, evening atmosphere. Nights are where the magic expands. You want a simple setup that can flex from quiet reading to a full-on fright fest. Layered light. Lamps on, overhead lights off. Add string lights in amber or purple. Place one tiny spotlight on a skull or a pumpkin. Your rooms will look like they keep secrets. Sound bed. Run a loop of ambient tracks. Forest wind, creaking boards, or a far-off choir work well. Keep it low enough that you only notice it when the room falls quiet. Nightly candle ritual. Choose one candle to light with intention. Say out loud what you are calling in for the evening. More laughter, a good scare, a perfect cup of cocoa. Blow it out before bed and thank the night for showing up. Weekly themes that keep you rolling. You can stretch the vibe across the week by giving each day a small identity. This keeps your energy fresh and makes planning easy. Monster Monday. Watch a creature feature, read monster lore, or sketch your own beast. Eat something with claws. Fried chicken counts. Tiny Terror Tuesday. Short films, flash fiction, or a single episode of a spooky anthology show. Keep it bite-sized so you can stay consistent. Witchy Wednesday. Mix a new tea blend, learn a herb, or try a candle magic intention. Journal about what you want to release before Halloween night. Thriller Thursday. Cue a suspense film, play a mystery board game, or do a puzzle by candlelight while a scary soundtrack plays. Fright Night. Friday. Full feature viewing, friends invited, snacks themed. Let Friday carry your big screen energy. Spirited Saturday. Outings. Haunted houses, pumpkin patches, or late-night corn mazes. Wear layers, bring a flashlight, and say yes to the hayride, soft scare Sunday. Low key. Bake something cinnamon-heavy, carve pumpkins, and prep your week. Make a list of what excited you most and what you want more of. The spooky shelf and the seasonal altar. Create a central spot where your season lives. It can be a mantle, a bookshelf, or a little cart. This is your visual heartbeat. Anchor objects. A pumpkin, a lantern, a skull, a raven. Pick 3. They are the pillars of your altar. Texture and height. Add torn cheesecloth, black lace, or burlap. Use books to lift objects. Vary heights so your eye wanders. Movement and light. A flickering LED candle, a slowly turning crystal, or a fan that makes a cobweb shift. A tiny bit of motion brings the scene to life. Offerings. A dish of candy corn for the household spirits. A note of gratitude for the season. A leaf from your latest walk. Seasonal wardrobe signals. You do not need a costume to look and feel Halloween ready. Small swaps do the trick. Color rhythm. Lean into black, rust, deep green, and bone white. One piece at a time is enough. Textiles. Knit scarves, velvet scrunchies, flannel shirts. Texture reads as cozy on camera and in mirrors. Accessories of mischief. A bat pin, a skull ring, or pumpkin socks. Choose one daily. Treat it like a secret handshake with other spooky hearts. The countdown that builds anticipation. Anticipation is half the joy. Build a countdown that makes you feel a little thrilled every day. Paper chain. Classic, effective, fun to tear. Write a tiny dare or prompt inside every link. Jar of thrills. Fill a jar with folded slips. Each slip is a mini activity. Light the purple candle. Watch a 5-minute ghost video. Text a friend a spooky emoji. Learn one urban legend. Moon check. Mark full and new moons. Plan your bigger scares or bigger gatherings near the full moon when the world already feels charged. Journal prompts for the season. Keep a small notebook near your altar. Each night, jot down one line. A sentence is enough. Use prompts if you like. What made today feel like fall? What sound would make this room creepier? What story does this candle know? What am I ready to release before Halloween night? Who do I want to be when I put on a costume? Social fun without the scroll spiral. Share your season on your terms. Photo themes. Pumpkins and doorways. Fog and lights. Shadows and shapes. Choose a weekly theme and post a single image that fits. Watch with friends. Pick one night a week where you all press play at the same time. Keep chat running. Drop your favorite line at the end. Playlist swaps. Trade one song a day with a friend. Focus on eerie instrumentals, dark pop, or moody synth. By Halloween, you will have a soundtrack built by people you like. 7-day starter plan. Use this as your warm-up week. Adjust to your life, your energy, and your local weather. Day 1. Light your signature candle and set up your altar. Watch one short horror film under 15 minutes. Early bed, soft socks. Day 2. Take a leaf walk and bring home one trophy leaf. Brew chai or cider. Listen to a spooky podcast while you cook dinner. Day 3. Add one small decoration to each room. Even a single black ribbon around a vase counts. Read a ghost story in bed. Day 4. Create your jar of thrills. Pull one slip and do it. Cue a film score while you tidy. Day 5. Invite a friend to a mini fright night. One movie, 2 snacks, one jump scare that gets you both. Day 6. Visit a pumpkin stand or market. Choose a pumpkin by feel. Name it. Yes, name it. Day 7. Soft Scare Sunday. Bake something, carve or paint your pumpkin. Plan next week with a grin. Energy and safety check. Spooky season thrives when you do. Keep a steady base. Hydrate before long nights or haunted attractions. Keep a warm layer by the door. Evenings get chilly fast. Use battery candles where open flame is risky. Treat your sleep like a ritual. Nightmares can be fun, but only if you are rested enough to laugh at them in the morning. Most of all, let curiosity lead. If a trail of leaves calls you, follow. If you want quiet thunder in the background while you fold laundry, do it. You are training your senses to notice the magic tucked into everyday life. That is the spell. You are already under it. 1.1 Daily Ritual Loop. Small rituals set the tone. A few minutes morning, noon, and night will keep the season humming without stealing your schedule. Your morning portal begin by lighting your signature scent. Spiced pumpkin to warm the air, smoky cedar for a forest after midnight vibe. If flame is off limits, use a diffuser or wax warmer. While the scent blooms, press play on a low, eerie playlist. Gentle organ tones, whispering strings, and the occasional theremin sigh. Keep it quiet enough that it feels like the house is breathing along with you, not performing for you. Give your brain a 5-minute fright snack. Read a single page of a ghost story or study one moody photograph and note the textures. Peeling paint, fogged glass, the suggestion of footsteps. Then step to a window, inhale once, and inventory the morning. The angle of light, the leaf color, the bite in the air. Whisper a tiny intention, curiosity and good chills, and you're done. Keep a tray with candle, book, and lighter so the portal opens fast. Afternoon anchors. Anchor the afternoon with touch. Slip a small talisman into your pocket. A skeleton key, raven feather charm, or smooth black stone. When your hand finds it, pause. Sip water, straighten your shoulders, and remember your spooky priority is to savor, not sprint. Set a recurring reminder titled Small Thrill to catch that post-lunch slump. For the 5-minute delight, cue a single track from a horror film score, a mini podcast, or a flash fiction story. Press play, then stop. Leave wanting more. If daylight allows, step outside for a leaf walk. Stroll one block, listen for the crunch, and scan porches like a friendly scout. Pumpkins, paper bats, a bold inflatable guarding a lawn. Snap one photo, wave at a neighbor, and pocket a perfect leaf for tonight's altar. Evening atmosphere. Evening is for atmosphere, not eye strain. Kill the overheads, switch on lamps and a strand of amber or purple lights. Aim a tiny spotlight at a skull, pumpkin, or raven so it steals the scene. Layer a sound bed, forest wind, faint choir, or the odd floorboard creak, kept low so you notice it only when the room falls still. Then light one candle with intention. Name what you're inviting. Laughter, a clean shiver, or the perfect cocoa. Let the glow flex for whatever the night becomes. Quiet reading, a board game, or a full fright fest. Use battery candles where flame isn't wise, and a smart plug to flip the mood with one tap. When the credits roll, blow it out and thank the night for arriving. 1.2 Weekly Rhythm and Screen Magic. Give each day a playful identity so momentum stays strong. Screens turn into spells when you plan them. Theme days that stick give each weekday a repeatable anchor so the habit survives busy spells. Keep a 15-minute minimum. If Monster Monday can't fit a full creature feature, watch a key scene or a trailer and jot one monster fact. Tiny Terror Tuesday thrives on shorts. Light one candle, press play, and stop at the credits. Witchy Wednesday, brew a new tea, set an intention, and write one line you're ready to release. Thriller Thursday pairs perfectly with puzzles or a whodunit episode by lamplight. Fright Night Friday carries your feature-length pick. Rotate subgenres weekly. Gothic ghosts, slashers, horror comedies, folk chills, so the mood never stales. Spirited Saturday means outings, hayrides, pumpkin patches, or a haunted house. Soft Scare Sunday slows the tempo with baking, carve and chat, and planning. End each night with a 2-sentence recap or a single photo. The streak becomes its own spell. Movie nights that feel special. Treat your living room like a cinema. Phones go face down in a coffin bowl, lamps stay low, and flicker comes from candles or LEDs. Start a 5-minute pre-show playlist. Strings that creep, synths that hum, and dim the room while the smell of popcorn or cinnamon cocoa stakes the mood. Hand out playful roles. Projectionist, snack witch, usher with a flashlight, open with a mini trailer reel, 2 vintage previews or a fan edit, then parade in the themed snack. Keep the feature count to 1 so conversation has breathing room. Rotate subgenres weekly. Haunted elegance, creature chaos, slash and laugh, folk dread, cosmic unease. At midpoint, pause for a stretch and a warm refill. No scrolling. Close with ritual. Each guest shares a favorite line, one goosebump moment, and a comfort rating for the snack. Log the night in a screen grimoire with the date, film, vibe, and a sticker for scares. The repetition turns movie night into a spell you can cast on demand. Spirited Saturday outings. Plan Saturday like a theatrical field trip. Buy tickets ahead, check weather, and book the dusk slot for maximum atmosphere. Wear layers you can peel, waterproof boots, and a hat. Tuck hand warmers and a small flashlight in your pocket. Bring a portable charger, clear crossbody bag, and earplugs if you're sound sensitive. Eat something warm beforehand so you're fueled for lines and jump scares. Treat the venue like a stage. In the corn maze, let the lantern lead and call out turns. In haunted houses, give actors big reactions and keep hands to yourself. Set a simple plan. Meet-up point, rides you'll prioritize, cider after for the debrief. Capture one photo at entry and one at exit. The rest of the time, be delightfully present. When the fog rolls, pumpkins glow, and your breath ghosts the air, you are part of the show. Scream on cue, bow to the monsters, and grin all the way home. 1.3 Home as a haunted haven. Dress your rooms for comfort and chills. Smart tweaks turn cozy corners into scenes that whisper. The spooky shelf. Curate a micro-haunt that greets you like a wink from the other side. Start with 3 anchors, a pumpkin, a lantern, and a skull or raven, and arrange them in a loose triangle so the eye travels. Layer texture beneath with torn cheesecloth, lace, or burlap, then steal height from hardcover books or cake stands. Keep the palette tight, black, bone, brass, and tuck in a mirror or framed photo to suggest depth as if something might step through. Add life. A flickering LED candle, a slow spinning crystal on fishing line, or a tiny fan that teases a web. Slip a scented sachet or clove-studded orange nearby for a whiff of haunted orchard. Finish with an offering, candy corn, a trophy leaf, or a handwritten gratitude note to make the space feel tended. Rotate an artifact of the week so your shelf keeps whispering anew. Eerie light and effects. Light is your easiest spell. Swap harsh bulbs for warm 2200 to 2700K lamps and add amber or purple strings for a low ember glow. Use clamp lights or pin spots aimed across objects, not at them, to make shadows stretch like long fingers. Slip colored gels or parchment over shades and plug lamps into dimmers or smart plugs so you can fade the room from cozy library to who's there with one tap. For theatrics, a small fog machine with an ice bath creates low-lying mist that hugs the floor. Place a gentle fan behind it and crack a window for ventilation. Use distilled water to reduce residue and keep alarms calm. Pair the scene with a thunder and rain playlist, and for lightning, a random flash LED on the lowest setting facing a wall. Test at Mind Pets and Asthmatics and keep cords tidy and dry. Instant goosebumps, zero chaos. Motion and monsters, movement sells the haunt. Hide a motion sensor chime or door knocker behind a wreath so an innocuous jiggle earns an answer from the beyond. Tuck a small speaker near the entry for a delayed whisper or knockback effect, then dial volume to startle, not stampede. At the end of a hallway, position an animatronic or silhouette cutout so it reveals late, half seen at first, fully alarming on approach. Outdoors, inflatables announce playful mischief. Stake and tether them well, and set timers for dusk to bed so the house seems to wake on its own. Conceal cords with cable covers, use outdoor-rated plugs, and mind pathways with subtle ground lights so guests scream for the right reasons. Build an escalation path, friendly pumpkin on the lawn, curious eyes in a window, then the hallway monster, while respecting quiet hours. Your home becomes a courteous nightmare. Wardrobe signals, let your exit ritual be a costume whisper. Keep a hook by the door with a rotating scarf, felt hat, or velvet scrunchie, plus a tray for a bat pin, skull ring, or bone white bracelet. Choose one talisman as you leave, like you're signing the night's guest book. A spritz of smoky vanilla or cedar oil becomes your personal fog machine, lingering just enough to turn heads. Build a tiny capsule, black and rust layers, a cloak-like cardigan, fingerless gloves, and a tote with a raven charm and pocket flashlight for mazes and dim sidewalks. Add one reflective pin for safety that still reads witchy. Follow the one spooky item rule. If the outfit is simple, go bold with the accessory. If the outfit is loud, choose a whisper. You're moving Decor now, and the city is your haunted runway. 1.4 The Countdown, Notes, and Warm-Up Week. Build anticipation you can touch. Quick prompts and a simple starter plan keep the mood lively and grounded. Countdown crafts turn anticipation into something you can touch. Cut strips of black, orange, and bone-white paper. Write a tiny dare inside each and staple a paper chain to tear link by link. Keep dares 5-minute friendly. Light the purple candle and breathe 10 counts. Send a ghost emoji invite for movie night. Learn one local urban legend. Hide a miniature skeleton for a household find. Taste test a new cider or pumpkin spice treat. Start a jar of thrills too. Fill it with slips you can draw when energy dips. Mix cozy and creepy. Watch a 5-minute ghost short, cue one track from a horror score, or dim the room for a 1-minute shadow dance. Mark moon phases on your calendar. Plan watch parties and haunted outings near the full moon. Save the new moon for intentions, journaling, and candle rituals. Color code so the month looks like candy. One-line journal. Keep a slim notebook near your altar or bedside and give your day a single sentence. Set a timer for 60 seconds. One line forces focus. What did your senses notice? What spell did you cast? What tiny thrill tugged your sleeve? The page becomes a breadcrumb trail through the season. Easy to keep, delicious to revisit. Use prompts when you're blank. What made today feel like fall? Which sound would creep this room? Who do I want to be in costume? What fear did I befriend? What corner needs more candlelight? Write quick, sensory first. Wet leaves smelled like cold apples outside the bakery. Add optional extras without pressure. A pressed leaf, a doodled bat, a 5-star rating for tonight's movie. On Sundays, skim the week, underline what sang, and circle one thing to chase next. That's progress with a pumpkin grin. 7-day starter plan. Day 1, light your signature candle and build a small altar. 3 anchor objects, a texture, a flicker. Close with a short horror film under 15 minutes, plus cocoa or chai. Day 2, take a leaf walk. Bring home a trophy leaf and warm cider. Cue a spooky podcast while you cook. Day 3, add one small decoration to each room. black ribbon on a vase, amber light in the hallway, a paper bat migration over a mirror, and read a ghost story in bed. Day 4, assemble your jar of thrills and pull one slip. Let a film score haunt your tidying. Day 5, host a mini fright night. 1 feature, 2 themed snacks, a safe jump scare courtesy of a motion sensor prop. Day 6, visit a pumpkin stand. Pick by feel, name it, and sketch your carving. Day 7, soft scare Sunday. Bake something cinnamon heavy, carve or paint, and plan the coming week with 1 brave outing and 1 cozy ritual. Energy and safety, guard your energy like it's sacred flame. Hydrate before haunted attractions and late screenings. Pack a thermos of water or apple cider for the drive home. Dress in layers with traction-friendly shoes for corn mazes and damp leaves. Swap open flames for battery candles near curtains, costumes, and pets. Outside, light paths and tame cords. Tape them down, cover with mats, or reroute so guests don't tango with your fog machine wires. Mind the living. Keep volume and strobe intensity neighbor and pet conscious. Announce party end times and offer earplugs for sensitive friends. Build a sleep ritual. Dim lights, peppermint tea, 1 page of something cozy, so scares end in rest, not burnout. Stash backup batteries, a small first aid kit, and a rideshare plan if spirits are poured. Halloween is the crown jewel of spooky season. Savor the slow build and the night itself with equal laughter and goosebumps. Chapter 2, Haunted Home HQ. Your home is about to double as a cozy sanctuary and a fright factory. You can set a welcoming mood for slow mornings, then flip a switch and send a chill down the stairwell at night. This chapter goes room by room and layer by layer, from soft textures to shrieking animatronics. You will learn how to build atmosphere, guide guests, and deliver scares that feel playful and safe. Start with a base layer. First, set the stage with simple, reusable items that carry autumn warmth all season long. Textiles. Throw blankets in charcoal, rust, and deep green. Pillows with velvet, cable knit, or faux fur. A rug that looks like a forest floor pulls everything together. Natural touches. Branches in tall vases, bowls of small gourds, dried corn, and clusters of pine cones. Add a raven feather if you find one in a craft store. Nature whispers, then the props do the shouting. Anchors. 1 statement piece per room. A large jack-o'-lantern in the entry. A skull on the coffee table. A witchy broom leaning by the back door. Light is your secret weapon. Lighting turns a normal room into a memory. Plan it like you would a soundtrack. Color temperature. Warm bulbs make faces look friendly. Cool white washes a room in moonlight. Mix sparingly so nothing feels chaotic. Layered sources. Table lamps, string lights, LED candles, and a single spotlight for drama. Tuck lights behind objects to glow from the edges. Window silhouettes. Cut out bats, cats, or a looming figure and tape them to windows. Backlight with a lamp to create street-facing shadows that make neighbors grin. Soundscapes and scent. A good haunt is a duet of ears and nose. Sound zones. Entryway creaks and whispers. Living room wind and choral hum. Hallway heartbeats. Bathroom dripping tap. Use small speakers and loops so nothing cuts off mid-moan. Scent plan. Keep it consistent per room. Apple spice in the kitchen. Smoky wood in the living room. Eucalyptus and mint in the bathroom for a clean chill. Fog machines and special effects. Fog turns your home into a stage. Use it thoughtfully. Placement. Put machines low so fog hugs the floor. Aim across pathways rather than directly at faces. Fluid choice. Get quality fog juice. If you want thick fog that sinks, use a chiller or route fog through a tub with ice. Safety. Keep vents clear, avoid smoke detectors, and never leave machines unattended. Test on a quiet evening so you learn your room's airflow. Animatronics and motion sensor props, ready for the jump scares. These are your actors. Treat them like cast members, character types. Greeters that talk, lurkers that twitch, lungers that leap, and droppers that fall from above. Mix with care so your space feels paced. Trigger zones. Use a doormat sensor, a motion sensor, or a foot pedal you can control. Place them so people activate one at a time. Overlapping triggers cause chaos and dilute the scare. Light the reveal. A hidden prop needs a spotlight for the jump. Keep it dark, then blast a narrow beam when it activates. The pop of light is half the fear. Volume discipline. Loud is tempting. Loud also turns into static. Set volume so voices are clear without drowning the room. Inflatables and yard theater. Inflatables add big scale fast. Treat the yard like a stage with multiple scenes. Composition. 1 large inflatable as a centerpiece. Flank it with smaller props and ground lights. Avoid clutter. Give each character breathing room. Pathway stories. Stake path lights that lead visitors from scene to scene. Pumpkins to a graveyard to a witch's hut. Guests should feel like they are walking through a story. Wind check. Secure inflatables with extra stakes and sandbags. A collapsing ghost is funny once. Twice is a mood killer. Windows, projections, and shadows. Windows are natural screens. Use rear projection film or a white sheet to run looping ghosts, dancing skeletons, or a giant blinking eye. Place the projector inside, aim from an angle to avoid glare, and keep the loop short. Set a small lamp behind a lace curtain for living shadows that flicker when people pass. The haunted room setup. Create one room that goes all in on fear. It can be a hallway, a bathroom, or a spare bedroom. Entrance. Heavy curtain or beaded doorway. Guests part it and step into a new world. Layout. A single clear path with 3 beats. Build tension with sound and light, deliver a scare, then end with a laugh or a treat. Props. A mirror with a projected face, a motion-fit skeleton that groans, and a bowl where a hidden hand wiggles candy. Place one safe exit sign so no one feels trapped. Reset plan. After each group, tidy candy, reset triggers, and dim lights again. Haunts stay scary when they stay sharp. DIY touches that stretch your budget. Handmade details make everything feel alive. Aged labels. Print labels that say things like bone dust, night air, or moon salt. Stick them on jars and bottles. Add a drip of hot glue for faux wax. Specimen jars. Gummy candy in tinted water, plastic insects in tea-stained liquid, or floating fabric scraps that look like ghost remnants. Seal lids well. Cheesecloth ghosts. Shape over balloons and wire hangers. Spray with fabric stiffener, then pop the balloons. Hang from fishing lines so they sway when people walk by. Shadow portraits. Take profile photos of family or friends, cut from black paper, and frame with thrifted gold frames. Suddenly, your ancestors are watching. Traffic flow and safety. Plan how people move through your space so scares land and snacks survive. Keep walkways clear. No cords where guests step. Use cord covers and tape. Place strobe lights away from tight areas. Post a note if strobes are in use. Use battery candles near fabrics. Keep real flames on stable surfaces and never in high traffic zones. If kids might visit, set a safe mode where the scariest props stay off until later. Cleaning and reset rituals. A haunted home needs upkeep. Build small resets into your week. Monday sweep, put props back in position. Recharge batteries, empty fog machine residue. Wednesday shine, dust skulls and mirrors. Replace candle batteries, refresh scent diffusers. Friday test, run a full show test before guests arrive. Trigger every animatronic once. Check lights and loops. Storing like a pro, your future self will thank you for this part. Label bins by scene. Graveyard, witches, pumpkins, sound. Wrap fog machines and projectors in soft cloths. Store fluids upright in a cool place. Keep spare fuses, stakes, zip ties, and batteries in one tackle box. That box is your haunt toolbox. When your home can shift from amber glow to chill in the spine with a single click, you have nailed the mood. Cozy by day, haunted by night. That dual nature is the essence of spooky season, and your front door just became the portal. 2.1 The base layer. Warmth that welcomes, then haunts. Start with cozy bones so the scares have something to cling to. Build a base you love by day, then let it shapeshift after sunset. Textiles that do mood magic. Start with touchable layers that invite lounging and plotting alike. Drape velvet, cable knit, and faux fur in charcoal, rust, and deep green over sofas and chairs. Add a forest floor rug, mottled browns and greens to quiet footfall and visually pool shadows. By day, the palette cocoons the room. After dusk, those matte textures drink up stray light so corners look deeper and silhouettes feel bolder. Work in easy switches. Pillow covers instead of new pillows, a chunky throw at the arm for dramatic swoops, and slip covers in dark linen to tone down bright upholstery. Mix a small pattern, herringbone, moss plaid, with solids for richness without clutter. Frame the scene with heavy velvet curtains on a wand for quick room darkening. Finally, add 1 or 2 matte black accents, an iron tray, a candlestick, to anchor the softness and make candlelight flicker like it means business. Nature that whispers first. Let nature set the baseline hum. Stand bare, twisty branches in tall vases, pile bowls with striped gourds, dried corn, and pine cones, and slip a craft store raven feather where guests won't expect it, on a bookshelf in a wreath or jutting from a lamp base. These honest textures link your future props to the room, so the plastic ghoul feels like it crawled out of the woodwork. For longevity, give pine cones a low bake. 200 degrees for 93 degrees is for 30 minutes. To evict hitchhikers, rinse gourds and dry well, and rotate anything soft before it turns. Preserve pretty leaves in a quick glycerin bath, and tuck in sprigs of eucalyptus for a clean, ghost-cool scent. Style in odd numbers and vary heights. Anchor branches with stones or sand so they don't wobble. After dark, add a hidden puck light or two at floor level to send those branches casting lanky storybook shadows. Anchors that tell the story. Pick one focal to steer the scene and let everything else orbit. In the entry, a grinning jack-o'-lantern on a pedestal becomes your greeter. In the living room, a weighty skull claims the coffee table. By the back door, a straw broom leans like it was dropped mid-flight. Choose anchors with scale you can see from the doorway and silhouettes that read in low light. Style them like tiny stage sets. Give each a dedicated surface with negative space, a contrast backdrop, dark cloth behind a pale skull, rust runner under the pumpkin, and a supporting cast of 2 small items max. Pop a warm LED on a timer inside the jack. Place the broom under a narrow spotlight and keep the skull near a low bowl for candy bait. Put anchors on smart plugs for an instant day-to-night flip, cozy at noon, theatrical at 6, and resist adding clutter that muddies the story. 2.2 Light, Shadow, and Sound. Light and sound are your conductor baton. Use them to turn 4 walls into a living scene people feel before they see. Layered lighting, not chaos. Start with warmth at face level. 2700K bulbs and table lamps make skin look friendly and props look rich. Layer in a touch of cool moonlight from above or across the room. One 4,000 to 5,000K bulb or strip is plenty. Put everything on dimmers or smart plugs so you can cue scenes with a tap. Keep one narrow spotlight, 10 to 15 degrees for drama. Add a snoot so it doesn't spill. Hide LED strips behind mantles so edges glow instead of the fixture. Bounce light off walls and ceilings for a soft halo. Then let candles do the flicker. Battery versions at different heights are safest. Leave intentional pockets of shadow. The eye follows brightness, so one highlight feels like a reveal. Avoid rainbow chaos. Stick to 2 color temps and 1 accent hue used sparingly. Safety check. Keep hot bulbs off fabric, secure cords, and test your path in darkness. Automate a daily shift from cozy morning to haunted night. Windows that wink at the street, think silhouettes, big and bold. Cut bats, cats, or a looming figure from black cardstock, foam board, or even matte trash bags. Mount shapes with painter's tape or suction hooks so glass stays clean. Backlight with a lamp or LED strip aimed at the shade. Add a sheer curtain or parchment to diffuse and sharpen edges. Put the light on a dusk timer so the show starts without you. Want motion? Hinge bat wings with tape, let a small fan ruffle them, or hang shapes on fishing lines so they sway. A flicker bulb suggests candlelit mischief. A rear projected loop on a white sheet adds ghosts with minimal glare. Angle the projector to avoid hotspots. Step out to the sidewalk and test sightlines. Adjust height so eyes meet passersby. Keep windows that serve as exits clear and never place real flames near drapes, soundscapes, and scent zones. Divide your haunt into audio zones. Tuck small Bluetooth speakers out of sight, 1 per space, so sounds feel localized. Build 20 for 40-minute loops, entry creaks and whispers, living room wind and choral hum, hallway heartbeats. Keep volume staggered. The scariest source should be slightly quieter than your voices so guests lean in. Avoid muddy bass that travels through walls. Leave moments of near silence to reset nerves, then trigger special stings with a foot pedal or motion sensor. Match each zone with a single scent. Kitchen, apple spice, or a citrus cinnamon simmer pot. Lounge, smoky wood, clove, or cedar via diffuser or wax warmer. Eucalyptus and mint for a clean chill. Stick to 1 fragrance per room to prevent headache-inducing blends and ventilate between sessions. Keep oils away from pets, never leave heat sources unattended, and label strength settings. Refresh weekly so the atmosphere reads intentional, not stale. 2.3 Special effects that wow safely. Special effects deliver the goosebumps. Think like a stage manager so the fright stays thrilling, safe, and under your control. Fog that crawls, not clouds. Low-lying fog is all about patience and physics. Park the machine on the floor or a low shelf and aim the nozzle across, not into, the walkway. Feed the output through a simple chiller, an insulated box or cooler packed with ice, so the vapor condenses and sinks. Use manufacturer-recommended low-lying fluid for thicker haze that hugs baseboards and curls around boots. A small fan on its lowest setting can guide the mist like a river without kicking it into clouds. Map airflow before showtime. Turn off HVAC, close nearby vents, and light an incense stick to watch where drafts pull. Seal obvious leaks, then run a 2-minute test and note where the fog piles up. Keep detectors and sprinklers in mind. Position away from ceiling heads and never aim fog at them. Lay non-slip mats where condensation may settle and schedule clear the air breaks so the room resets between waves of guests. Animatronics as your cast. Cast your house like a mini horror set. Start with a charming greeter near the door to set tone and pace. Add a nervy lurker that twitches from a shadow and reserve one true lunger for the finale. Space them so guests meet each character in sequence, not all at once. Secure bases with sandbags and tethers so nobody gets surprise tackled by a wobbly ghoul. Trigger deliberately. A pressure mat or PIR sensor should fire only one prop per beat. A hidden foot pedal gives you director-level timing. Light each reveal with a tight spotlight or LED pin so the movement reads clearly. Keep audio crisp, not blaring. Distortion kills fear faster than daylight. Do one rehearsal run through your show, noting reset times and dead zones. If two props overlap, stagger their triggers by a few seconds and let the tension breathe. Projections and living shadows. Windows become eerie stages with rear projection film or a tightly stretched white sheet. Mount it flush to the glass, then angle your projector from the side to avoid glare and hotspots. Short, looping clips, 20 to 40 seconds, feel uncanny without drawing attention to repeats. Use keystone correction sparingly. Focus sharply on eyes or faces, and mask overspill with black foam board so only the window glows. Now add living shadows. Dim the room and place a small lamp behind lace or cutwork fabric so passing guests create flicker that seems haunted. For silhouette theater, position a table lamp behind cutouts of bats or a looming figure and let a fan stir the curtain for life. Keep cables tidy, give your projector breathing space for heat, and protect it from condensation near chilly panes. Safety is part of the show. Treat safety like showmanship. Tape or cover cords along walls, not walkways, and keep at least a 36-inch clear path to exits. Use GFCI outlets outdoors, weather-rated extension cords, and surge-protected power strips inside. Give foggers, projectors, and inflatables breathing room around vents and test for false alarms well before guests arrive. Adjust placement rather than tampering with detectors. Build a fast all-stop. Mount a labeled master power strip within arm's reach, or assign a remote that shuts down the big hitters at once. Post a discreet strobe and loud sound notice, set volumes to Conversation Plus, and keep real flames minimal and stable. Have a small first aid kit, a flashlight, and backup batteries handy. Finally, designate a spotter on busy nights. Their job is to watch the crowd, reset props, and keep the haunt thrilling, not hazardous. 2.4-yard theater flow and upkeep. Great haunts feel effortless. Plan lanes, scenes, and resets so guests cruise through thrills while you keep the backstage calm and collected. Yard theater with inflatables. Treat the lawn like a stage. Pick one towering inflatable as your star, then compose the rest in supporting roles. Give every piece breathing room. Build a left-to-right story. Pumpkins at the gate, a crooked graveyard mid-yard, and a witch's hut near the porch, connected by low-path lights. Angle characters slightly toward the walkway so faces photograph well, and stagger heights to create a rising ooh as guests approach. Think logistics, too. Run outdoor-rated cords to a GFCI outlet, hide them under cord covers or mulch, and put blowers on smart plugs or dusk-to-dawn timers. Stake deep, cross-tie guy lines, and add sandbags for gusts. Then log wind forecasts so you can deflate during storms. Mask blower hum with ambient audio at a neighbor-friendly volume. Finish with a bold focal color and subtle uplights that graze fabric, turning nylon into moonlit theater. Traffic flow that sells the scare. Clear paths sell the scare, because people feel safe enough to be startled. Keep at least 36 inches of walkway, cover cords with outdoor channels, and route traffic in a loop so guests never backtrack through a scare. Park strobe lights in open areas, post a small notice by the entrance, and give a bypass route for anyone sensitive to effects. Battery candles near fabric. Real flames only on stable, low-traffic surfaces. Stage scares with sightlines. Use gauze, screens, and fake hedges to hide triggers until the last step, spacing beats so only one activates at a time. Create a cheerful decompression zone at the exit, a photo spot with good lighting and candy, so crowds linger away from entry points. If kids are around, run a gentle mode until late evening. Strobes off, volumes down, lungers disabled. Then after 9 p.m., unleash the full show. One room that goes all in, design a 3-beat mini-haunt. Beat 1, tension. A heavy curtain entrance, cool lighting, and a barely audible whisper loop draw guests forward. Beat 2, shock. A mirror gag that reveals a ghostly face or sudden silhouette, punctuated by a focused light pop and a restrained sound sting. Beat 3, relief. A groaning skeleton delivers a corny line, and a candy bowl appears under a soft amber glow. Laughter restores breathing. Keep the pathway clear and singular. Use arrows on the floor and a small exit this way sign so no one feels trapped. Space triggers so groups reset between beats and keep volumes intelligible, not deafening. Fog low and slow, no real flames, and avoid loose drapes near moving parts. Store a foot pedal or remote in your pocket for manual timing. Your secret director's cue that keeps the rhythm wicked and safe. Reset rituals and storage that save sanity. Protect your energy with simple rhythms. Do a Monday sweep to reposition props, recharge or rotate batteries, empty fog residue, and check chords. Wednesday shine handles dusting, glass, and scent refills. Swap weak bulbs and test motion sensors. Friday test is a full dress rehearsal. Trigger every animatronic, walk the route, verify volumes, and top off candy. A 10-minute nightly tidy keeps fallen leaves and stray cobwebs charming, not chaotic. Store like a pro so tear down doesn't haunt November. Label bins by scene and room, coil cords with Velcro ties, wrap projectors and foggers in soft cloth, and keep fluids upright, cool, and dated. Add silica gel to metal parts, pad masks with tissue, and photo document each setup with a QR code linked to inventory. Park a tackle box of fuses, stakes, zip ties, and spare batteries by the door, your mobile lifeline. Chapter 3, The Witch's Pantry. Autumn tastes like warmth with a hint of danger. One sip of mulled cider and you feel brave enough to wander the yard after dark. One forkful of roasted squash and you hear leaves whisper. This chapter stocks your kitchen with flavors that keep you grounded and giddy. You will get easy menus, crowd-pleasing snacks, and potions that show up for weeknights and parties alike. Stock the spooky staples. Think of these as your building blocks. With them on hand, you can swing from cozy supper to party spread without panic. Pantry. Canned pumpkin, coconut milk, black beans, chickpeas, pasta, arborio rice, oats, maple syrup, brown sugar, smoked paprika, cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, cayenne, vanilla, cocoa powder, popcorn kernels. Produce. Apples, pears, sweet potatoes, butternut squash, onions, garlic, kale, mushrooms, lemons, oranges, fresh ginger. Proteins. Rotisserie chicken, sausages, tofu, tempeh, eggs, cheese, nuts, seeds. Special touches. Dark chocolate, candied ginger, marshmallows, graham crackers, caramel sauce, pretzels, gummy worms, weeknight cauldrons. You want meals that simmer while you set out the fake spider webs. These are low effort and high comfort. Pumpkin coconut soup. Sauté onion and garlic, add canned pumpkin and coconut milk, thin with stock, season with curry powder and cayenne. Top with toasted pumpkin seeds and a swirl of yogurt. Serve with crusty bread. Witchy skillet pasta. Brown sausage or mushrooms, add kale and garlic, toss with cooked pasta, a splash of pasta water, and a handful of Parmesan. Finish with lemon zest and red pepper flakes. Black bean tacos. Warm beans with smoked paprika and cumin. Serve with avocado, pickled onions, and a drizzle of chipotle sauce. Add a side of roasted sweet potatoes dusted with cinnamon and salt. Snack boards. With bite boards, turn any night into a small party. Arrange textures and let the visuals do the work. Salty spook board. Cured meats, cheeses, olives, roasted red peppers, pickles, crackers, and rosemary sprigs. Add a skull-shaped bowl for mustard. Harvest sweet board. Apple slices, chocolate squares, candied ginger, caramel dip, graham crackers, marshmallows, and cinnamon popcorn. For drama, torch the marshmallows tableside. Midnight movie board, pretzels, gummy worms, peanut butter cups, nacho chips, salsa, and a giant bowl of buttered popcorn with smoked salt. Drinks that cast a mood. Serve a signature drink each week. Offer an alcoholic version and a mock so everyone feels included. Mulled cider. Warm apple cider with cinnamon sticks, cloves, and orange slices. Spike with bourbon or keep it soft with a splash of ginger beer and lemon juice. Black Magic Fizz. Activated charcoal lemonade for color, topped with sparkling water or Prosecco. Garnish with a blackberry. Use food-grade charcoal and keep portions small. Witch's Brew Punch. Cranberry juice, pomegranate juice, lime, and ginger ale. Float orange wheels and cranberries. For a smoky reveal, place dry ice in a mesh strainer over the bowl. Never touch or ingest dry ice directly. Treats without the sugar crash. Balance your sweets with grounding snacks so you can keep watching late into the night. Roasted nuts. Toss with maple syrup, rosemary, and cayenne. Bake until glossy and spicy. Halloween hummus. Blend chickpeas with roasted red peppers for a blood-red dip. Serve with black sesame crackers and carrots. Apple nachos. Fan apple slices, drizzle with warmed peanut butter and dark chocolate, then sprinkle with crushed pretzels and a pinch of flaky salt. Party menus that perform. Hosting should feel theatrical and easy. Choose a lane and stick to it. Chili bar. 1 pot of beef or bean chili, toppings like sour cream, shredded cheese, scallions, cilantro, hot sauce, and cornbread muffins. Add a cauldron ladle for flair, baked potato haunt. Bake potatoes in bulk. Set out toppings like butter, bacon, broccoli, cheddar, salsa, and chives. Everyone builds a monster of their own. Flatbread night. Pre-bake flatbreads. Set stations with toppings. Pumpkin puree with goat cheese and sage. Mushroom and garlic, cream, apple, brie, and honey. Bake fast, serve hot, smile wide. Make ahead magic future you wants a freezer with gifts. Freeze soup in quart containers. Pre-mix mulled cider spices in small jars. Roll cookie dough into logs, wrap and freeze. Slice and bake on a whim. Weekly rhythm for the kitchen. Use this repeating plan to keep things smooth. Sunday, bake a loaf, prep a soup, cut veggies, and make a batch of granola. Monday, chili night with leftovers for Tuesday lunch. Wednesday, roast a tray of seasonal vegetables. Turn leftovers into tacos or salads. Friday, big snack board and a movie. Choose one new candy to try each week. Saturday, outing day. Pack a thermos of hot chocolate, apples, and trail mix for the road. Treat yourself to a donut at the patch. Tabletop drama, set a scene with minimal effort. Black table runner, brass candlesticks, and a bowl of tiny pumpkins. Place cards cut like bats with silver pen names. Use thrifted goblets for water. Water looks better when it feels like a potion. Late night comforts. End the night with something warm and gentle so your dreams are thrilling but kind. Chamomile tea with honey and a cinnamon stick. Hot cocoa with a pinch of cayenne. Steamed milk with vanilla and a star anise pod. Feed your season well and it will feed you back. The smell of cinnamon when you walk in the door, the hiss of a kettle before the movie starts, the crunch of a caramel apple as you step onto the porch. Your pantry holds the power to make ordinary evenings feel a little enchanted. 3.1 Stock the haunted staples. Build a larder that answers when hunger howls. With a tight set of staples, you can pivot from soup to snack board in minutes. No panic needed. These picks stretch, swap, and layer flavor, so your kitchen smells like cinnamon smoke and your meals feel cozy with a wink of mischief. The Flavor Hex Kit. Keep your Flavor Hex Kit near the stove like a wand belt. Cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, smoked paprika, cayenne, vanilla, cocoa, and maple. Bloom spices in butter or oil to wake their aroma, then finish with sweetness or smoke for a theatrical reveal. Roast squash with cinnamon and smoked paprika, glaze nuts with maple and a pinch of cayenne, or stir cocoa into chili for midnight depth. Mix small jars of signature blends so decisions vanish. Sweet smoke, 2 parts cinnamon, 1 part smoked paprika, 1 part brown sugar, plus a pinch of salt, perfect on popcorn or sweet potatoes. Ember dust, 2 parts cocoa, 1 part smoked paprika, a whisper of cayenne, finish stews or rub on mushrooms. For nightcaps, blend vanilla and nutmeg into brown sugar for witch's sugar. Label, shake, sprinkle. Half a teaspoon flips the mood from cuddly to cryptic. Shelf-stable familiars, canned pumpkin, coconut milk, beans, arborio rice, oats, and popcorn kernels behave like friendly familiars, summoned and loyal. Pumpkin becomes silky soup, pancake batter, or a flatbread sauce. Coconut milk swings from red curry to decadent hot cocoa. Beans make 5-minute tacos, quick hummus, or a hearty chili. Arborio cuddles mushrooms for weeknight risotto. Oats anchor granola and energy bites. Popcorn is your midnight ritual. Big bowl, melted butter, smoked salt, and a horror flick. Keep simple spells. 1 can pumpkin plus 1 can coconut milk plus stock curry equals soup. Finish with lime and pepitas. Rinse a can of beans, warm with paprika and cumin, then fold into tortillas with avocado. Stir arborio with hot stock, mushrooms, and lemon zest for fast comfort. Freeze leftover pumpkin in ice cube trays and store popcorn and oats in clear jars so you see when the magic runs low. Produce that performs: apples, pears, sweet potatoes, squash, kale, mushrooms, citrus, and fresh ginger are seasonal workhorses with a dramatic streak. On Sunday, roast a sheet pan of cubed squash, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, and onions until caramelized. All week, drop the leftovers into tacos, grain bowls, or skillet pasta. Massage kale with olive oil, lemon, and salt for salads that don't sulk, and sear mushrooms in a hot, uncrowded pan for meaty bite. Wake up beige foods with lemon zest and a squeeze of juice. Risotto, beans, and roasted roots brighten in seconds. Keep ginger in the freezer. Grate into cider, stir-fries, or tea for a witchy snap. Broil orange wheels for garnishes. Toss apples and pears with lemon for quick slaw, and save kale stems for stock. Small sparks like these keep meals lively without extra toil. Proteins that shapeshift: rotisserie chicken, sausages, tofu, tempeh, eggs, cheese, nuts, and seeds are your shapeshifters. Shred chicken into smoky chili or a pumpkin enchilada bake. Slice sausages into witchy skillet pasta or roast with peppers for hoagies. Press tofu, toss with cornstarch, oil, and salt, then bake at 425 degrees until crisp. Glaze with maple cayenne. Steam tempeh 5 minutes before marinating so it drinks up flavor. Eggs become a kale frittata, ramen topper, or deviled eyeballs for parties. Finish soups and salads with toasted pepitas or chili lime cashews for crunch and quiet swagger. Keep sharp cheddar and a tub of ricotta. Cheddar supercharges snack boards. Ricotta melts onto flatbreads or into stuffed mushrooms. Batch cook hard-boiled eggs for grab-and-go protein. A handful of nuts or seeds or a fried egg can turn sides into meals faster than a fog machine can hiss. 3.2 weeknight cauldrons and bite-ready boards. Let dinner simmer while you hang fake cobwebs. Think low effort, high comfort, and just theatrical enough to make a Tuesday feel like a miniature party. These mains and boards play well with candlelight and a scary soundtrack. Pumpkin coconut soup, easy and luxe. Start with a cauldron glow. Sauté onion and garlic in oil until sweet and golden. Then stir in canned pumpkin and coconut milk. Thin with vegetable stock to your preferred thickness and season boldly. Curry powder for warming spice, cayenne for a teasing sting. Simmer 10 minutes, then blitz with an immersion blender until velvet smooth. Finish with toasted pepitas for crunch and a dramatic yogurt swirl. Use a toothpick to drag lines into a spiderweb. Serve with slabs of crusty bread to swipe the bowl clean. For sweet heat, swap the curry for smoked paprika and a drizzle of maple. Brighten with lime or orange zest. Vegan by default? To keep dairy-free, replace yogurt with coconut yogurt or chili oil. Make ahead on Sunday and rewarm gently. She gets thicker overnight, so loosen with stock. Add protein by stirring in shredded rotisserie chicken or crispy chickpeas. For drama, ladle into black bowls, light a candle, and cue the Wind Howls playlist. Skillet pasta with Gothic greens. Heat a wide skillet and brown sausage coins, or mushrooms if you're keeping it plant-forward, until the edges are deeply caramelized. Stir in garlic and torn kale. The greens wilt to inky ribbons while the pan smells gloriously haunted. Toss in hot pasta with a generous splash of starchy water and a snowfall of Parmesan. Lemon zest lifts the richness, chili flakes provide a jump scare, and a handful of sliced black olives delivers midnight mood without extra effort. Finish with a slick of olive oil for silk. Want more drama? Toast breadcrumbs with garlic and parsley and shower them on top like crunchy cemetery gravel. Go dairy-free by swapping Parmesan for nutritional yeast and adding a spoon of miso for depth. Vegetarians can skip sausage entirely or add white beans for protein. Use gluten-free pasta and save extra pasta water for loosening leftovers. Serve in a shallow bowl, fork twirling under candlelight with a side of roasted tomatoes. It's weeknight fast but stage ready. Black bean tacos with ember sweets. Heat black beans with smoked paprika, cumin, and a splash of stock until glossy and steamy. Meanwhile, roast cubed sweet potatoes on a sheet pan with oil, cinnamon, and salt. They'll caramelize into little embers. Warm tortillas over a burner or in a dry skillet until they char at the edges. Build. Spoon in beans, tuck in the ember sweets, add avocado slices, pickled onions, and a drizzle of chipotle sauce. Crumble queso fresco on top for contrast and snap. Short on time? Roast the potatoes alongside strips of peppers and red onion for a full sheet pan situation. Vegan friends can swap queso for pepitas or a cashew lime crema. Keep tortillas warm in a wrapped bundle in a low oven. Stash a few in foil for a haunted hayride later. Add crunch with shredded cabbage and brighten with lime wedges and cilantro. Serve with a quick corn salad or elote-style canned corn. Ghost pepper hot sauce optional, bragging rights guaranteed. Boards that bite back. Give your board a villain arc. Start with a dark base and anchor it with small bowls for dips and olives. Fan cheeses and cured meats into curves, then wedge crackers and pretzels like crooked fence posts. For the salty spook, tuck rosemary sprigs for witchy green and fill a skull bowl with sharp mustard. Harvest sweet begs for contrast. Pile crisp apple slices, shards of dark chocolate, candied ginger, and a cauldron of caramel. Torch marshmallows just before serving. Midnight movie is chaos by design. A hero bowl of smoked salt popcorn, flanked by nachos and salsa with gummy worms snaking through. Balanced textures, creamy, crunchy, chewy, snappy, and colors, light, dark, jewel-toned. Plan roughly 2 ounces of cheese and 3 ounces of snacks per person. Keep backups hidden to refill. Add labels with punny names, switch on candles, and cue a spooky playlist. Leftovers morph into breakfast. Apples on oatmeal, cheese and eggs, popcorn for a witchy trail mix. Zero cooking, maximum theater. 3.3 potions, parties, and make-ahead magic drinks set the mood. Menus should perform on cue, and a little prep makes future you feel like a kitchen witch. Pour something dramatic, feed a crowd with ease, and stash spells in the freezer for fast, cozy nights. Weekly signature potion. Choose a weekly signature potion and let it cue the evening. Keep mulled cider on low in a slow cooker with cinnamon sticks, whole cloves, orange wheels, and a whisper of vanilla. Offer 2 paths. Spike mugs with bourbon for a toasty glow, or keep it soft with ginger beer and a squeeze of lemon. Set out cinnamon sticks and star anise as stirrers so every refill feels ceremonial. For something theatrical, pour a black magic fizz, a tiny pinch of food-grade activated charcoal in lemonade, topped with sparkling water or Prosecco and a blackberry. Use very small amounts and skip charcoal if pregnant or taking medications. Hosting a crowd? Mix jewel-toned witch's brew, cranberry and pomegranate juice with lime and ginger ale. For fog, place dry ice in a mesh strainer above the bowl. Never touch or ingest it. Handle with gloves and tongues, and let the mist roll like moonlight. Party menus that run themselves? Pick a lane and build stations so guests serve themselves while you play ringleader. A chili bar is unstoppable. 1 pot of beef or black bean chili, kept warm in a slow cooker, with bowls of sour cream, shredded cheddar, scallions, cilantro, hot sauce, and cornbread muffins. Offer a 2nd pot of mild chili for spice-shy souls. Ladle from a mini cauldron and you've added theater for free. Baked potato haunt. Bake russets directly on the oven rack for crisp skins, then hold them in a towel-lined cooler. Set out butter, bacon, broccoli, cheddar, salsa, and chives, so everyone builds a monster. For flatbread night, pre-bake crusts, crank the oven hot, and set topping stations: pumpkin with goat cheese and sage, mushrooms with garlic cream, apple, brie, and honey. Slide trays in fast, cut into squares, and replenish on repeat. Minimal cooking, maximum applause. Make ahead spells. Start a freezer coven. Freeze soups in labeled quart containers. Date them and stack like grimoires. Premix mulled cider spices in tiny jars, ready to dump into a pot at dusk. Roll your favorite cookie dough into logs, wrap well, and freeze. When friends appear, slice and bake for instant witchery. Batch roast maple rosemary nuts and stash in jars, and keep a tub of blood-red roasted pepper hummus for emergency snack boards. Think beyond dinner. Pour pumpkin puree into ice cube trays for smoothies and sauces. Freeze herbed butter coins to melt over steaks or roasted squash, and portion cooked grains for 5-minute bowls. Build a party kit. Bagged flatbread crusts, vacuum-sealed sausage or mushrooms, and shredded cheese, so flatbread night is 1 sheet pan away. A stocked freezer turns a busy evening into a Tata moment. Open, reheat, garnish, and you're back to the fog machine. Rhythm, setting, and soft landings give your kitchen a rhythm that hums. Sunday is bacon simmer day. A loaf in the oven, a soup on the back burner, veggies cut for the week. Monday is chili night with leftovers for Tuesday lunch. Wednesday, roast a heroic tray of seasonal veg to spin into tacos or salads. Friday brings a big snack board and a new candy to sample. Saturday is for outings. Thermos of hot chocolate, apples, trail mix, and a donut at the patch. Set the table like a stage. A black runner, brass candlesticks, and a bowl of tiny pumpkins. Cut bat-shaped place cards and write names in silver. Use thrifted goblets so even water reads as potion. Keep flames away from fabrics or swap in LED tapers for late marathons. Then land the night softly. Chamomile with honey, spicy cocoa, or vanilla steamed milk, so your dreams stay thrilling, not chaotic. Curtain down, goosebumps intact. Chapter 4. Screen and Scream. A good scare lives in your living room as easily as it does in a cornfield. This chapter helps you build watch lists, schedule marathons, and weave music and podcasts through your days so the season hums around you. You will choose films by mood, match snacks to vibes, and set house rules that make group viewings equal parts cozy and chaotic. Plan by mood, not just genre. Instead of locking yourself into one type of horror, let the mood lead, gentle eerie. Ghost stories with bittersweet endings, folklore mysteries, animated spooks, perfect for early evenings or mixed company. Atmospheric, slow builds, candlelit halls, storms that press on the windows, great with soup and silence. Fun fright, monsters, vampires, campy spirits, and practical effects. Popcorn essential. Laughter welcome. Full scream, high tension, jump scares, haunted houses that refuse to let go. Save for Friday nights when you can debrief after. Build the calendar, make a 31-night plan or a 4-week arc leading to Halloween. Mix light and heavy so no one burns out. Monday is for monsters, creature feature plus trivia. Tuesday is for shorts, curate 3 to 5 short films for variety. Wednesday is for witches and folklore. Thursday is for thrillers with puzzles. Friday is your headliner. Invite friends and make it loud. Saturday is for a double feature or an outing to a theater event. Sunday is soft. Animated specials, cozy classics, or a ghostly romance. Make viewing interactive. Turn movie night into a game. It keeps even the bravest among you alert. Bingo cards. Squares like creaking door, cat hisses, someone says I have a bad feeling, flashlight dies, sudden silence. Predict the twist. Everyone writes one prediction at the 30-minute mark. Winner chooses next week's movie. Quote crowns. Best one-liner wins a paper crown shaped like a bat for the week. Snack pairings by mood gentle eerie. Tea and shortbread with a drizzle of honey, atmospheric. Dark chocolate, red wine or spiced tea, and a bowl of roasted nuts. Fun fright. Candy mix, nachos, soda with black cherry syrup, full scream. Big popcorn, hot wings, and ice water. You will need it after the jump scares. Music that turns rooms into scenes. Create playlists for different times of day. Morning chill. Minimal piano, soft strings, rain on windows, keep it at whisper level. Workday focus. Horror film scores without vocals, low synth, and ambient drones with gentle beats. Evening haunt. Choirs, pipe organ, medieval flavors, and sound design with slow waves and wind. Party pulse. Dark pop, retro-inspired dance, theatrical rock. Keep the tempo up and the lyrics playful. Podcasts and audio stories. Use your commute or chores to enjoy short scares. Anthology podcasts with self-contained episodes. Fiction series with season-long arcs. Start now and finish by Halloween week. Audio-guided haunted tours that describe imagery while you walk your neighborhood at dusk. Viewing space. Set up, make movie night comfortable and intentional. Place seating at slight angles so no one feels like a statue. Blackout curtains or a blanket pinned up to block streetlight glare. A tray with remotes, tissues, and a notepad for quotes. Warm blankets within reach and a stack of pillows on the floor for extra guests. Etiquette for maximum fun. Set a few ground rules to keep the magic intact. Phones dimmed and face down after the first scare. Pause for bathroom and snack refills at halfway so no one misses the good part. Respect fear thresholds. If someone needs to look away, let them. We are here for fun, not bravery tests. The 10-minute reset after the credits. Do a quick routine so your night ends clean. Lights up slowly. Put on a lighter track or a Halloween special to land the mood. Clear cups and bowls. Wipe the coffee table. Blow out or click off all candles. Share a favorite moment and a favorite line. Laugh at the jump that got you, then sleep well. When your screen time is curated with care, you get the best of both worlds. Comfort and thrill. Warm blankets and cold shivers. A season worth of memories made on a couch under twinkle lights. 4.1. Program your frights. Mood-first watch lists. Plan by vibe so every night feels intentional. Let gentle chills, moody storms, playful monsters, and full-tilt terror take turns. The goal is momentum, not burnout, with snacks and rituals that match the mood. Map a 4-week arc, think in weeks, not chaos. Give week 1 gentle, eerie training wheels. Week 2 leans atmospheric with folklore and rainy night dread. Week 3 turns playful, monsters, camp, practical effects. Week 4 tightens the screws for full scream. Place softer picks Monday, Wednesday, anchor Thursdays with puzzle thrillers, and reserve Friday for your marquee. Saturday flexes, a double feature, a drive-in, or a projector on the backyard sheet. Sunday is a plush landing strip, add 1 wild card each week to keep sparks flying. A shorts block, a live stream watch party, a charity horror telethon, or an outdoor screening with thermoseason blankets. Build a shared calendar, notes, Notion, or a whiteboard. Pace trailers and color code by vibe. Start each night with a tiny ritual. A candle lit, lights dimmed, a 2-minute trailer reel, so your brain knows showtime. Keep 2 buffer slots for life chaos. If you skip a night, slide the lineup forward, not your standards. Program by vibe, not label. Choose an anchor film that embodies tonight's feeling, then nest it in a tiny ecosystem. Pair a 10 to 20-minute short, a Halloween special, or a director interview clip that echoes the mood. This structure lets you feed the vibe without demanding a 3-hour sit, and it gives latecomers a graceful on-ramp. Let the menu and environment serve the mood. Gentle, eerie gets tea steaming, shortbread melting, and warm lamplight. Atmospheric wants hush. Red wine or spiced tea, dark chocolate, and rain sounds barely audible. Fun fright begs for popcorn, candy bowls, neon lighting, and open laughter. Full scream pairs with wings, ice water, dim corridors, and a single lamp behind the couch for maximum shadow play. Match scent 2, cedar for folklore, clove for gothic, nothing for intense nights. Remember, vibe first. The label can lie, your senses don't. Keep the intensity breathable. Use a simple rhythm to protect your nerves in your sleep. 2 light nights, 1 puzzle-heavy thriller, 1 full scream. Mark Sundays as soft landings, animated specials, cozy classics, or ghostly romances that end with sighs, not screams. When you schedule a high-tension title, sandwich it between gentler evenings so the adrenaline can taper. Build in aftercare. Do a 5-minute debrief, favorite scare, best line, MVP performance, then switch to a palate cleanser track or a cheerful Halloween short. If someone's fear threshold wobbles, offer a look-away policy and a code word for pauses. Track intensity with a color code in your calendar and rate each night's vibes so next week you can adjust. Keep water on hand, crack a window and turn up 1 lamp for the last 10 minutes. You're aiming for lingering goosebumps, not insomnia. 4.2. Turn your living room into a stage. Set the scene like you mean it. Cozy is the bait. Eerie is the hook. Lighting, layout, and a few haunted tricks make the couch feel like front row seats at a midnight show. Dress the room like a set. Think like a stage manager. Angle the sofa and chairs so every seat has a clean sightline, not a rigid row of statues. Layer throws on armrests and keep a pillow pile on the floor for rush seats. Kill street glare with blackout curtains or a pinned throw, and add a soft rug to swallow footsteps and crunching popcorn. Swap in warm amber bulbs, run dimmers low, and cluster flameless candles at staggered heights for safe, cinematic flicker. Tuck a clamp light behind cheesecloth to throw spooky texture onto the walls. Set the fog machine to occasional puffs for the opener. Crack a window and keep detectors clear. For pre-show jitters, stage animatronics or motion sensor props in the entryway. Once the feature starts, switch them off so only the screen has teeth. Make it a game night. Open with horror bingo to keep eyes sharp and snacks moving. Squares can be classic, creaking door, dead flashlight, cat hiss, plus custom ones tied to your picks, mismatched keys, mirror reveals, or nobody says the town's name right. Rotate who calls the squares and make the center free space ominous violin. When someone hits bingo, they must announce it in their most dramatic whisper. Bonus point for a theatrical gasp. At the 30-minute mark, run predict the twist. Everyone scribbles a guess and feeds the skull bowl. Closest answer earns the bat-shaped crown and dibs on the candy cauldron. The crown holder also gets either next week's headliner pick or control of the fog remote. For extra chaos, track a scream tax. Any audible yelp donates 1 treat to the communal pot. Keep score on a mini tombstone chalkboard and declare a monthly champion. Etiquette with bites set expectations like a charming tyrant. Phones dimmed and face down after the first scare. If it lights up, it goes in the candy cauldron until credits. Schedule a halftime for refills and bathroom breaks so no one shatters a tense scene. Create a simple safe word, pumpkin, for quick, judgment-free rewinds. Do a volume consent check before the feature and offer captions on request. Respect fear thresholds. Anyone can look away, step out, or swap seats without commentary. Close with the 10-minute reset to land the plane. Lights up softly, put on a lighter track or a Halloween special, clear dishes, wipe the table, and snuff candles or click off LED timers. Share one favorite moment and one favorite line. Laugh at the jump that got you. If nightmares hover, cue a 2-minute cute creature palette cleanser. Then lock the door, check windows, and bask in the delicious safety that follows a good fright. 4.3 Soundtrack the season. Playlists and podcasts. Let sound carry the mood between screenings. Scores, synths, and spooky stories turn commutes, chores, and dusk walks into mini hauntings that build steady, delicious tension. Playlists that follow the clock. Let your playlist shadow the clock. Morning asks for hush, soft piano, distant rain, and low strings at whisper volume while the kettle sighs. Set a gentle crossfade, 68 seconds, and ban vocals until the first mug is emptied. By late morning, nudge in light synth and lean unobtrusive cues from instrumental horror scores. Interesting, never jagged. Keep BPM around 60 to 90 and mark any tracks with sudden stingers for evenings only. When dusk leans in, thicken the air, choirs, pipe organ, wind, and waves, plus a low, velvety sub-bass at 30%. Add a golden hour bridge of bells or woodwinds as candles are lit. For parties, jump to dark pop and theatrical rock at a brisk 110 to 128 BPM. Stack a 3-act set, warm up, peak, cool down, so energy arcs. Slip brief SFX, door creaks, raven caws between songs, and cap the night with a gleeful sing-along, podcasts and audio stories on the go. Treat your ears like thrill ride tickets. Cue anthology podcast for quick jolts, 15 to 30 minutes of tidy terror, then weave in serial fiction you can finish by Halloween week. Sprinkle formats for texture. Folkloric deep dives, found audio mysteries, docu-horror, and cozy but creepy bedtime tales. Download episodes before you leave. Set a sleep timer for late-night listens, and check content notes so everyone's nerves and nightmares are consent-based. Commuting or walking at dusk? Go single earbud, stay visible, and let an audio-guided, haunted tour narrate your own block as the streetlights flicker on. Keep your head on a swivel, carry a small flashlight, and choose routes with people, not just shadows. For chores, pair dishes with ghostly monologues and laundry with cliffhangers. Reward yourself by saving finales for Friday night, then debrief like detectives over cider. Use sound as a ritual cue. Let sound become your seasonal switch. Pair tasks with tracks so your day clicks into Halloween mode without a calendar alert. Simmer spiced cider to a moody string-led score. Fold laundry to folklore tales that rustle like dry leaves. Cue a low wind howl while you set out pumpkins and position lanterns. Use distinct motifs for recurring tasks. 3 tolling bells for porch lights on, chimes for guests arriving. Build simple routines on a Bluetooth speaker. A start the haunt command that dims lamps, nudges a fog machine, and launches your evening haunt playlist. A nightly curfew track that drops the tempo, warms the lighting, and ushers everyone toward tea and teeth brushing. Keep volumes humane, especially outdoors, and end with a palette cleanser, a gentle piano piece to coax the house from goosebumps to dreams. Chapter 5. Out in the wild, leaves crunch under your boots. A tractor growls in the distance. Somewhere ahead, a maze swallows laughter and returns it as a squeal. This chapter takes your Halloween heart outside. You will plan pumpkin patch trips, brave haunted houses, wander corn mazes, and ride hay wagons under a sky that smells like smoke and apples. Expect moments of theater and pack a warm layer. Pumpkin patch strategy. Patches are a sensory feast. Make the most of them. Timing. Go early in the day on weekends or late afternoon on weekdays. Golden hour turns photos into paintings. Picking. Choose pumpkins by stem strength and sound. Thump for a hollow note. Look for a dry, sturdy stem like a handle you could trust. Variety. Mix carving pumpkins with warty gourds, ghost white minis, and long stem beauties. Your porch will look like a curated cast. Extras. Grab cider, donuts, and a bundle of corn stalks. Stalks frame doors and hide extension cords for yard props. Corn maze tactics. Getting lost is the point, but let it be playful. Group roles: one navigator with the map, one timekeeper, one scout who checks for dead ends. Swap roles so everyone plays. Safety basics: closed-toe shoes, small flashlight, and a fully charged phone. Agree on a meet spot at the exit. Games inside: count crows, look for secret signs, or set a soft time challenge. Take a leaf rub by placing paper on cornwood signs and coloring over with crayon. Hayrides and harvest nights: hayrides are built for stories. Let the ride set your pace. Bring a blanket for your lap. Hay pokes and nights chill fast. Pack a thermos of hot chocolate or tea. Sip while fields roll by. If the ride is haunted, sit near the edge for maximum scare, or the center for cozy safety. Decide your thrill level in advance. Haunted House Survival Guide. Haunted attractions are live theater with jump cuts. Plan like pros. Know the rating. Many haunts list intensity and themes. Pick one that matches your group's nerves. Tickets: buy online. Arrive early. Lines become part of the atmosphere, but fast passes save your toes from going cold. Dress code: layers, closed-toe shoes, and pockets that zip. Leave dangling scarves and big bags at home. Group order: bravest in front to set the pace, most nervous in the middle, tall in back to watch for overhead scares. Hold on to shoulders if it helps, but do not grab actors. Safe word: pick a phrase like pumpkin pause. If someone speaks it, the group slows and sticks close. If the venue offers a hands-off glow necklace to mark no contact, wear it if you prefer space. Aftercare: when you emerge, laugh loud, hug, and drink water. Take a photo with the monster who got you. That snapshot earns a spot on your altar. Costume parties and community events: outings are not just about scares. They are for showing off your Halloween heart. Local calendars: check farms, parks, libraries, bars, and theaters for Halloween-themed nights. Bookmark their event pages and set alerts. Costumes for comfort: build around shoes and a warm layer. A cape is both costume and blanket. Face paint beats masks for breathing, and snacks. Party pacing: arrive with a small hostess gift. Black candles, caramel apples, or a bottle of spiced syrup. Offer to run the playlist for 30 minutes and bring a game like Horror Bingo. Photo tips for moody magic: document what you live so the memory sticks. Golden hour: shoot during the last hour of light. Faces glow and pumpkins gleam. Night shots: use the light you have. Position subjects by lanterns, string lights, or the snack stand. Fog plus backlight equals instant drama. Details: close-ups of boots in leaves, hands on pumpkin stems, steam rising from a cup. The small shots make the album feel tactile. Budgeting for thrills: plan your splurges so you can say yes without guilt. Pick 2 premium outings. Maybe a big haunt and a theme park Halloween event. Balance with free adventures: cemetery walks, self-guided ghost tours from podcasts, and neighborhood house hunts for the best yard displays. Use a treat envelope. Put cash aside for cider, donuts, and souvenirs so impulse, joy stays within bounds. Pack the spooky kit. Keep a tote by the door from now to Halloween. Warm hat, gloves, scarf, and an extra sweater. Flashlight with fresh batteries, hand warmers, and wet wipes. Thermos, snacks, and zip bags for candy wins. Bandages, tissues, and a portable phone charger. There is a special thrill in hearing your name called by the night. Say yes. Step onto the hay wagon, into the maze, through the haunted doorway. When the air smells like wood smoke and sugar, you are exactly where you wanted to be. 5.1 Field Guide: patches, mazes, and hayrides. Step into the fields with intention and a warm layer. These simple moves turn cozy outings into a mini Halloween stage filled with color, crunch, and a few delightful shivers. Pumpkin patch strategy: go early or at golden hour, thump for a hollow note, and choose pumpkins with dry, sturdy stems. Mix carving pumpkins with warty gourds and ghost white minis. Grab cider, donuts, and corn stalks that also hide extension cords back home. Arrive when the patch opens, or glide in at golden hour when vines glow. Grab a wagon and work the field like a friendly pro. Tap for that hollow note, then check the bottom for soft spots. A dry, woody stem is your handle, but don't carry by it. Cradle from the base. Build a cast, not a pile. Pair tall carving pumpkins with knobbly warts for texture, ghost white minis to tuck on windowsills, and one flat, wide beauty to anchor the porch. Think in odd numbers and varied heights so your display reads intentional, not accidental. Swing by the stand for hot cider, cinnamon donuts, and a bundle of corn stalks. Great for framing the door and hiding extension cords. At home, wipe pumpkins with diluted vinegar, dry well, and store them cool and shaded until carving week. Snap a few moody shots. Dust on boots and dirt on palms are part of the glory. Corn maze tactics. Assign roles: navigator, timekeeper, scout, and swap so everyone plays. Wear closed-toe shoes, carry a small flashlight, and set a meet spot. Make it a game. Count crows, spot secret signs, or do a quick crayon leaf rub at trail markers. Treat the maze like a team sport. Assign a navigator to mind the map, a timekeeper to watch the clock, and a scout to probe suspicious turns. Then swap jobs at each junction so everyone gets their hero moment. Agree on a walking pace and a no running rule. Thrills are better when ankles stay intact. Wear closed-toe shoes you don't mind muddying. Bring a small light or headlamp, and keep a fully charged phone zipped away. Choose a meet spot near the exit sign or concessions as a just-in-case. Follow posted arrows for emergency paths, and never cut through stalks. The corn is the set, and you're the respectful cast. Gamify the wander. Count crows, hunt for secret signs, and make quick crayon rubbings at wooden markers to stamp your progress. Try a soft time challenge. Beat your own record, not each other, and award the winner first pick of donuts back at the stand. Snap a triumphant map selfie at the exit. Hay rides and harvest nights. Bring a lap blanket and a thermos of hot chocolate. Choose the wagon edge for maximum jump scares or the center for cozy safety. Let the ride set your pace as fields, stars, and campfire smoke drift by. Think of the wagon as a rolling porch. Bring a lap blanket, tuck a heat pack in each pocket, and pour hot chocolate or spiced tea into a spill-proof mug. Layers are your friend. Fields can flip from mild to moon-chilled in minutes. Seat selection sets the vibe. The edge delivers jump scares, sweeping views, and fresh night air. The center offers warmth and fewer surprises. If motion gets to you, the middle also rides smoother. Decide your thrill level beforehand and set a simple signal. 2 taps on the bench means please dial it down. Let the ride pace you. Watch rows blur into silhouettes, breathe in campfire smoke and crushed hay, and listen for owls between tractor rumbles. After the loop, linger. Roast a marshmallow if there's a fire, snap a star-speckled photo, and trade stories of the scare actor who absolutely earned their paycheck. 5.2. Haunted House Survival Guide. Haunts are live theater with jump cuts. Plan your thrill level, move smart, and come out grinning with a new favorite scary story. Pick the right haunt. Check intensity ratings and themes, then match them to your group's nerves. Sensitive to strobes or tight spaces? Many venues list warnings. Choose accordingly and add the bold ones to your future bucket list. Not all haunts scream at the same volume. Before you buy, read the website for intensity ratings and content notes. Strobes, fog, loud audio, touching, crawling, tight corridors, or pitch black sections. Match these to your group's nerves and needs. If someone is claustrophobic, go for open-air trails or theatrical walkthroughs. If you live for chaos, pick the high-intensity labyrinth where the soundtrack shakes your bones. Look for options that honor boundaries. Hands-off glow necklaces, no scare or sensory-friendly hours, and clear exit points, chicken doors if anyone needs out. Check accessibility, weather exposure, and length so you can dress and budget accordingly. Skim recent reviews to confirm vibe, campy comedy versus grim realism. Then choose tonight's best fit. Flag the 2 spicy attractions for your future bucket list. Anticipation is part of the fun. Prep like a pro. Buy tickets online, arrive early, and layer up. Wear closed-toe shoes and zippered pockets. Skip dangling scarves and big bags. If it's cold, add hand warmers so your screams aren't chattering teeth. Secure tickets online and aim to arrive early. Parking and queues become their own pre-show. If offered, a fast pass saves toes from freezing. Dress in layers, wear closed-toe shoes with grip, and choose zippered pockets or a crossbody that locks. Skip scarves, dangling jewelry, and anything you'd be sad to drop in fake blood. Pack small. Hand warmers, lip balm, tissues, and a portable charger for that victory photo at the exit. Eat light beforehand, hydrate, and hit the restroom so adrenaline can have the spotlight. Consider earplugs if you're sound sensitive, and secure glasses with a strap. If rain or cold is likely, stash a compact poncho and thin gloves. Your goal: warm core, free hands, zero wardrobe drama. Move as a unit. Put the bravest up front, the most nervous in the middle, and the tallest in back to spot overhead scares. Pick a safe word, pumpkin paws, and never grab actors. If offered, wear a hands-off glow necklace for space. Think single-file teamwork. Put the bravest up front to set pace and take the first boo. the most nervous in the middle where shoulders form a human shield, and the tallest in back to scan for overhead gags. Keep a steady walk, no running, no pushing, and call out step for uneven floors or ramps. Choose a safe word like pumpkin paws to slow down and regroup. Never grab actors or props, they're there to spook, not be wrestled. If you need out, ask for an exit and staff will guide you. Those hands-off glow necklaces create space, use one proudly. Breathe together, keep jokes light to diffuse tension and let the set do the scaring. Eyes forward, hands low, and avoid looking through your phone. Darkness eats depth perception. Aftercare ritual. Drink water, breathe, and laugh hard. Snap a photo with the monster who got you and give it a spot on your Halloween altar. Warm up with fries or cider and trade play-by-play like athletes of fear. Step into the light, sip water, and let your pulse float back to earth. Do 3 slow breaths. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6, then laugh loud enough to chase the last ghoul out of your ribcage. Stretch calves, roll shoulders, and admire yourselves for conquering the corridor of screams. Now ritualize the victory. Snap a photo with the monster who nailed you, tip the scare actors if there's a jar, and add wristbands or ticket stubs to your Halloween altar. Refuel with fries, cider, or a steaming donut and trade play-by-plays like athletes of fear. Give silly awards, best scream, steadiest nerves, most creative swear, and jot highlights in your notes for next year's route. On the ride home, cue a cozy playlist and choose the next dare together. 5.3. Parties and community nights. Outings aren't only for shrieks, they're for costumes, connection, and a calendar that keeps the season humming from week to week. Work the local calendar. Farms, parks, libraries, bars, and theaters often host spooky nights. Bookmark event pages, set alerts, and sketch a month at a glance so you can say yes to the good stuff. Treat October like a festival circuit. Follow farms, parks, libraries, bars, and theaters on social, subscribe to newsletters, and search city calendars and Eventbrite by haunt, costume, and spooky. Bookmark the winners and set phone alerts for ticket drops and weather changes. Then sketch a month at a glance. Anchor nights, big haunt, theme park Halloween, weekly staples, trivia, costume karaoke, and floaters you'll plug in if energy stays high. Cluster events by neighborhood to save gas and time, and note transit last trains or rideshare pickup spots. Add rain backups, recovery nights, and a reminder to charge your portable battery. Pre-buy timed entry when possible, screenshot barcodes and store them in a spooky album for quick access. Start a group chat, name it Cauldron Crew, and drop polls for dates, ride shares, and dress codes. Finally, scan listings for ADA info and strobe warnings so everyone can participate comfortably. That's how you say yes to the good stuff without losing sleep or socks. Costumes. Built for comfort. Start with shoes and a warm layer. A cape doubles as a blanket, and face paint beats a mask when you want to breathe, sip, and snack freely all night. Build costumes from the ground up. Weatherproof shoes, cushioned insoles, and moisture-wicking socks. Layer thermal tights or leggings under skirts or armor. And choose a base of breathable black so you can peel pieces without breaking the look. A cape is your portable blanket. Fingerless gloves and a scarf hood keep dexterity while you cue, mingle, and haunt hop. Swap masks for face paint you set with translucent powder and setting spray. Stash mini wipes, a straw, and lip balm to keep everything crisp. Secure parts with safety pins, fashion tape, and a small sewing kit. Add interior pockets or a crossbody under the costume for ID and cash. Hide reflective tape along hems for night visibility, and tuck heat packs at kidneys for chillier nights. If venues run loud, earplugs earn their place in your cauldron clutch. Cozy equals confident, and confident photos look legendary. Party pacing. Arrive with a small gift, candles, caramel apples, or spiced syrup. Offer to run the playlist for 30 minutes and bring a quick game like horror bingo or a 2-minute costume runway. Show up like a delightful witch with manners. Arrive 10 to 15 minutes after start time. Gift in hand. Label it with your name and a thank you so the host isn't guessing. Black tapers, caramel apples, spiced syrup, or a bag of cider donuts disappear fast and feel festive. Ask where to stash your coat and cooler, then scan for trash recycling so you can tidy as you go. Offer a 30-minute playlist takeover. Craft an arc, warm-up grooves, dance floor bangers, wind-down classics. Keep volumes consistent and slip in 2 Halloween deep cuts between crowd pleasers. Bring a fast social game. Horror bingo cards, 2-minute costume runway with a fog machine catwalk, or a photo scavenger list. Hand out tiny prizes, candy eyeballs, bat stickers, and announce a group photo at peak energy. Hydrate between potions, eat something salty, and call rides before surge pricing. Pace yourself and you'll leave with cackles, not regrets. Budgeting for thrills. Pick 2 premium outings, maybe a headline haunt and a theme park night, then balance with free fun, cemetery walks, podcast-led ghost tours, or yard display hunts. Use a treat envelope for cider, donuts, and souvenirs. Decide your headline splurges early, maybe the city's top-rated haunt and a theme park Halloween gala, and set a per-person ceiling that covers ticket, parking, and 1 treat. Hunt early bird sales, off-peak nights, and group rates. Many venues offer Thursday discounts or bundled fast passes. Carpool, pack snacks for the drive, and eat before entry, so concessions become delight, not dinner. Balance the budget with free magic. Respectful cemetery walks before dusk, podcast-led ghost tours through illuminated streets, and neighborhood safaris to spot the wildest yard displays. Keep a treat envelope of cash for cider, donuts, and souvenirs. When it's empty, you've hit your limit without killing the vibe. Track spends in a notes app, swap costume pieces with friends, and thrift prop upgrades. Libraries lend horror DVDs and projectors, saving rental fees. Fright should raise your pulse, not your credit balance. 5.4, capture the mood and pack the spooky kit. Document the magic and keep your gear handy. Good photos and a ready tote make every night smoother and spookier. Golden hour to night glow. Shoot in the last hour of light for warm faces and gleaming pumpkins. After dark, use existing light, lanterns, string lights, snack stands. Fog plus backlight equals instant drama. Golden hour paints everything with honey, so place faces at a 45-degree angle to the sun and watch the eyes catch light. Keep your lens clean, tap to focus on skin, then drag the exposure slider slightly down to save highlights on pale pumpkins. Step back a touch and leave room for cape, stalks, and sky. You can crop later. If shadows go raccoon, turn your subject toward open shade or use a white napkin as a tiny bounce. After dark, hunt pools of existing light. Lanterns, string lights, snack stand windows, even the glow of a jack-o'-lantern. Skip harsh flash. Try night mode and brace your phone on a fence post, wagon rail, or your knee. Use the 3-second timer to reduce shake and nudge exposure down to keep colors rich. For fog drama, put the light source behind the haze and shoot at an angle. You'll get rim-lit silhouettes, halos, and that delicious haunted shimmer. Texture shots that stick. Frame boots in leaves, hands on pumpkin stems, steam rising from a cup, and ticket stubs in a palm. Mix wide scene setters with tight details for an album you can almost feel. Texture is memory's fingerprint. Make a mini shot list. Boots crunching leaves, dirt under fingernails gripping a pumpkin stem, steam floating off cocoa, a ticket stub stamped with tonight's haunt. Hold your phone low for boots and high for hands. Lock focus for crisp details. Then dial exposure down a hair to keep tones moody. Portrait or macro modes can blur backgrounds so textures pop like spells. Balance these with wide scene setters. Cornrows forming corridors, the hayride under a deepening sky, a scare actor framed by lights. Use grid lines for rule of thirds and leading lines. Try a short burst for a leaf toss and a slow shutter or live photo for subtle wheel spin. Pair each close-up with a contextual wide in your album so the story reads like a walk. Tactile, cinematic, a little wicked. The spooky kit tote. Stock a warm hat, gloves, scarf, extra sweater, flashlight with fresh batteries, hand warmers, wet wipes, bandages, tissues, a portable charger, thermos, snacks, and zip bags for candy wins. Your tote is mobility magic. Pack warmth first. A knit hat, gloves, scarf, and an extra sweater so twilight doesn't chase you home early. Slip a small thermos inside. Preheat with hot water, then fill. Snacks like trail mix, jerky, or pretzels keep moods steady between attractions. Zip bags corral candy wins and protect your phone from cider spills. Power and fixes come next. A flashlight with fresh batteries beats a phone light in mazes, and a portable charger rescues maps, tickets, and playlists. Hand warmers, tissues, wet wipes, bandages, tiny comforts that turn mishaps into footnotes. If you like extras, stash a couple safety pins and a foot care blister patch. Use clear pouches to group gear, label the thermos, and tuck the tote by the door so it's grab and go when the night calls. Ready to roll habits. Keep the tote by the door, restock every Sunday, and charge devices before you head out. Mark meet spots with your group, and you're free to chase fog, fireworks, and jack-o'-lantern glow. Habits make spontaneity possible. Keep the tote by the door with your go-to boots. Every Sunday, restock snacks, swap in fresh hand warmers, and check the flashlight batteries. Put device charging on a recurring reminder and pre-download tickets, maps, and playlists over Wi-Fi. Toss the thermos in the freezer for 5 minutes before filling so drinks stay hot longer. Before you head out, choose a group meet spot in case signals fail. Snack stand under the orange lights is better than a vague gate. Screenshot the park map, share locations if you're comfortable, and set a simple check-in time. Confirm who's driving and where the car is parked. With logistics handled, you're free to chase fog, fireworks, and jack-o'-lantern glow, collecting thrills instead of stress. Chapter 6, the grand finale. By now your life hums with amber light, good scares, and cinnamon steam. The last step is to shape it into a plan that builds to Halloween night without rushing. This chapter gives you a spooky season bucket list, a map for costumes and candy, and a finale plan that lets you savor every goosebump. Build your spooky season bucket list. Make a list that blends comfort and courage. Divide it into friendly categories so it feels like a game you can win. Home. Set up a haunted bathroom. Try a new candle scent. Project ghosts in a window. Add one animatronic to your entry. Kitchen. Bake pumpkin bread. Make mulled cider and a mocktail. Host a chili bar. Torch marshmallows indoors. Screen. Watch a gentle, eerie film, a fun fright, and one full scream. Finish a spooky podcast season. Outings. Visit a pumpkin patch, tackle a corn maze, take a hayride, and brave one haunted house. Creative. Carve or paint a pumpkin. Make specimen jars. Write a 2-page ghost story. Photograph a foggy morning. Giving. Assemble treat bags for neighbors. Donate warm clothes to a local drive. Share your watch list with friends. Choose at least 2 from each category. Put the list somewhere visible. Use stickers or check marks. Celebrate progress with a small ritual, like lighting a candle and reading your favorite line from a scary story. Costume planning without panic. Costumes are play for grown-ups. Start early, test pieces, and give yourself permission to pivot. Pick a feeling first. Do you want to be eerie, powerful, funny, or mysterious? Let the feeling guide the look. Build around shoes and a coat. Outdoor nights require warmth. Boots and a cloak, sneakers and a trench, or heels only if you will be indoors. Test makeup. Do a 20-minute trial 1 week before. Check how it looks under warm bulbs and outside at night. Pack wipes and a tiny powder for touch-ups. Hands-free bag. Use a crossbody or belt bag. Fill with lip balm, tissues, bandages, and candy tacks for the road. Halloween week timeline. Here is a simple plan that builds momentum without spinning you out. Monday. Finalize decor and test lights, fog, and animatronics. Charge batteries. Make a small pot of soup. Early night. Tuesday. Grocery run for party food and candy. Prep dips and bake brownies. Choose your Friday and Saturday films. Wednesday. Carve pumpkins or set up a carving station for friends. Save seeds for roasting. Watch a witchy movie while you carve. Thursday. Outfit test. Lay out costume, coat, and shoes. Pack your bag. Make mulled cider concentrate so you can heat and serve fast. Friday. Fright night gathering or outing to a haunt. Keep snacks simple. Take a group photo with a prop you will reuse on Halloween night. Saturday. Neighborhood walk to see yard displays. Deliver a few treat bags. Finish any last-minute decor tweaks. Sunday. Soft scare day. Stretch, hydrate, and rest. Early bedtime to store up energy. Candy and guest flow. Think of Halloween night as a tiny festival at your door. Stations. Candy table near the door, a drink station for yourself, and a photo spot with a backdrop. Use a ring light or a clamp light to flatter faces. Distribution. Bowls with different themes. Chocolate, sour, and allergy-friendly options like small toys or stickers. Label them clearly, line and path. Use lights or small stakes to guide trick-or-treaters. Keep cords taped down and fog low. If a prop is very intense, set a bypass path for little ones. The yard show. Your outdoor scene is the prologue to the door. Let it tell a story. Start with soft glow and sound as visitors approach. Deliver one medium scare near the porch. A motion lid on a barrel or a talking skeleton is perfect. End with delight at the door. A friendly witch, a talking jack-o'-lantern, or your smiling face with a handful of candy. Hosting the after party. After the trick-or-treat rush, invite close friends in for a warm wind down. Reheat mulled cider. Set out a chili pot and corn chips. Play a gentle, eerie movie on mute with subtitles while you chat. Light the living room with candles and one orange lamp. Keep music soft and moody. Midnight ritual. When the last candle gutters and the porch light clicks off, take a minute to seal the season. Step outside with a mug. Look at the sky. Thank the night for its gifts. Write 3 lines in your journal. Your best scare, your favorite laugh, and one thing you want to remember next year. Blow out the final candle. Listen to the quiet. The morning after November 1st has its own magic. Treat it gently. Make tea and a simple breakfast. Toast with butter and cinnamon sugar is perfect. Do a quick tidy. Return props to their base positions. Leave some lights up for one more night if that makes you smile. Collect photos into an album. Title it Spooky Season Year and the date. Your future self will treasure it. Halloween is the crown jewel of spooky season. It shines because you polished it with daily rituals, small thrills, and generous fun. The best way to honor it is to savor the anticipation and the night itself. Hold laughter in one hand and goosebumps in the other. Let the last ember glow while you plan your next cozy scare. The season may end on the calendar, but in your home and your habits, it is always ready to rise again. 6.1 Bucket list that actually gets done. Your bucket list is the engine of October. Keep it playful, visible, and doable so momentum builds, and every check mark gives a little spark. Pick 2 per category and post it from home to giving. Pick at least 2 from each category and make them official. Print your list in big bossy letters and post it where you can't miss it. Fridge, front door, or bathroom mirror. Duplicate it in your calendar. Visibility turns wishes into appointments. When you complete an item, slap on a sticker, check the box with flair, and light a candle as your victory bell. Read one deliciously spooky line to seal the spell. Gamify progress, draw a progress bar, or drop a candy corn into a jar for every task. Post a weekly photo of the jar so friends become your cheering section. Use the 2-minute rule. If a step takes 2 minutes, do it now. Break bigger items into tiny moves. Project ghosts in the window, test projector, hang sheet, cue loop. If you keep dodging an item, swap it for a cousin that sparks joy. The list serves you. You're the ringmaster. Balance cozy with bold. Make your list like a heartbeat. Cozy, bold, cozy, bold. Bake pumpkin bread, then book tickets to a haunted house. Test the fog machine on Wednesday. Anchor it with a Thursday chilly night and a mellow movie. Build mini pairings all month. Carve by candlelight after a twilight walk, or follow a ghost tour with hot chocolate and a silly playlist. Alternating intensity prevents burnout and keeps your nerves pleasantly effervescent. Track your energy with a simple 1-5 thrill meter. If you hit a 4 or 5, schedule the next day at a 1 or 2, tea, blankets, and a gentle, eerie film. Add safety and comfort boosters, layers, hand warmers, earplugs for loud haunts, and a buddy plan with a meetup point. Give yourself an exit spell. We step out, we breathe, we're safe. Then reward courage with something sweet. Schedule it with weather backups. Put your bucket list on the calendar like a mini tour. Corn maze, hayride, pumpkin patch, haunted house. Check the 10-day forecast weekly and assign a plan B beside each outdoor item. Storms looming? Swap to indoor winds. Carving pumpkins, making specimen jars, finishing your spooky podcast, or a themed baking night. Keep a go bag ready. Carving kit, tea lights, markers, tape, spare batteries, hand warmers, and rain ponchos. Use a 48-12-2 rhythm. 48 hours out, confirm tickets and carpools. 12 hours out, pack the bag, charge lights, mix cider concentrate. 2 hours out, stage props by the door, and send a see you soon ghouls text. If weather forces a pivot, say it cheerfully. Corn maze becomes cozy, carve along at mine, same time, more snacks. Momentum stays high because the vibe, not the venue, is the point. 6.2 Costume confidence in the week plan. Costumes are grown-up play. Lock the vibe, test the pieces, and glide into Halloween week with a calm, spooky grin. Start with a feeling. Build from feet up. Pick your mood. Eerie, powerful, funny, or mysterious. Then build the body to match the vibe. Start at the ground. Weatherproof footwear with traction and cushy socks. Halloween nights get chilly, so add a layerable coat, cloak, or blazer that still reads on theme. Slip thermal leggings or a fitted base layer under skirts or suits, and stash a flat heat pack in a pocket. If you'll be outdoors, prioritize warmth and balance over drama. It's hard to be spooky while shivering. Build the silhouette from feet up. Tall boots whisper witch, combat boots shout monster hunter, clean sneakers say ghost on the go. Check hem length so you don't trip in the dark, and secure anything draggy with fashion tape or safety pins. Go hands-free with a crossbody or belt bag stocked with tissues, lip balm, blister bandages, a mini flashlight, portable candy tacks, and a slim battery pack. A touch of reflective trim keeps you visible without killing the mood. Makeup rehearsal under real light. Do a 20-minute makeup rehearsal 1 week out using the exact products and tools. Apply in your bathroom under warm bulbs, then step outside or into a hallway to check it under street-style lighting and phone flash. Note texture shifts, color oxidizing, and any smudge risk with masks or scarves. If you're using latex, spirit gum, or new skincare, patch test a day earlier to dodge drama. Lock it down, primer, cream products, and a light set of translucent powder, then setting spray. Choose a straw-friendly lip, stain, or long-wear balm so cider doesn't ghost your mouth. Pack a tiny kit: wipes, cotton swabs, mini powder, oil blot films, lash glue and spoolie, a pocket mirror, and hand sanitizer. Take a quick selfie checklist on party night: natural light, lamplight, and flash. If it passes all three, your face survives the haunt. Halloween week in easy beats. Monday is tech rehearsal. Test lights, fog, timers, and any animatronics. Label remotes and top off fog juice. Charge batteries and coil cords safely. Make a small pot of soup so you're not living on candy. Tuesday is stock-up day. Groceries, ice, paper goods, plus make-ahead snacks and a playlist. Wednesday is pumpkin night. Carve with newspaper down, lids vented, and tools shared. Rinse seeds, toss with oil and salt, and roast while a witchy movie flickers. Thursday is the dress rehearsal. Full costume laydown from socks to wig. Pack your bag, prep a small repair kit, and brew cider concentrate so serving is just heat and pour. Friday is fright night with friends. Simple snacks and a group photo with a prop you'll reuse on Halloween. Saturday, stroll displays, drop treat bags, and make final cord taping or sign tweaks. Sunday is soft scare. Stretch, hydrate, confirm the forecast, stage candy bowls, set alarms, and tuck into bed early like a contented ghoul. 6.3 The Doorway Festival and Yard Show. Think of your home as a tiny festival. Candy stations, smooth flow, and a yard story that warms, spooks, then delights. Set stations that feel generous. Build a candy table that feels abundant and clear. Use a waist-high table with a dark cloth, then set 3 labeled bowls: chocolate, sour, and fruity, and allergy-friendly. Toys, stickers, glow bracelets. Use tent cards and a teal pumpkin symbol for non-food items. Keep bowls in separate zones to avoid cross-contact, add scoops or tongs, and set hand sanitizer nearby. Stash refills in a bin under the table and post a playful "one from each bowl" sign to keep it fair and festive. Give yourself a discreet drink station behind a planter or pillar, a thermos of water or mulled cider, a lidded mug, and a timer or smart plug so the kettle or mug warmer isn't forgotten in the excitement. Stage a simple photo nook: a black sheet or gauze curtain, a clamp or ring light at eye level, and a tripod. Offer a prop crate, broom, foam bones, and a cheeky sign, "Scream here," to encourage joyful snaps. Guide the path, guard the ankles, light the route like a runway for goblins. Place stake lights every few feet and mark the first and last step with an LED puck or reflective tape. Sweep leaves, salt if it's slick, and add a non-slip mat where costumes trail. Keep fog low. Use a ground fogger with ice or a chiller, and angle a fan to push haze away from stairs so footsteps stay visible. Treat cables like snakes to be tamed. Run cords along edges. Cover them with cable ramps or gaffer tape and bundle excess under the porch. Anchor inflatables and tombstones with stakes and guy lines. Motion sensor gags are fantastic. Just don't put jump scares on steps. Provide a marked bypass lane for ones or sensory-sensitive guests. Mind the flow. Aim for a 36-inch path, keep dogs behind a gate, and set speakers to volume near the street. Carry a flashlight for quick checks and deputize a safety ghoul to guide traffic. Tell a 3-beat yard story. Design your yard like a 3-act play. Beat 1, approach. Set a soft amber glow with flickering jack-o'-lanterns, lanterns at ankle height, and ambient whispers or rustling leaves. A slow-moving prop, turning witch, drifting ghost, signals life without shouting. Keep this loop soothing and continuous so guests settle into the mood. Beat 2, the reveal. Place a single medium scare near the porch: a talking skeleton, a barrel with a popping lid, or a motion-activated window specter. Aim the trigger so it fires as visitors reach the porch, not mid-stare. Give it a reset window and an opt-in button for the brave. If you have a live actor, coach them to read the room and drop volume for nervous kids. Beat 3, the welcome. Warm light on your face, a greeting, and a charming closer. Singing pumpkin, chattering jack-o'-lantern, while candy lands in open bags. Offer a sticker for timid guests and a photo moment. Keep the sequence under 90 seconds to maintain flow. 6.4 After party, midnight ritual. Morning after, land the night with warmth, mark the moment, and greet November gently so the magic lingers. Host a cozy cool down. After the last doorbell fades, shift the house from haunt to hearth. Reheat mulled cider until it sighs with cloves. Keep a chili pot on low and set out corn chips with a simple topping bar. Cheddar, scallions, and a dairy-free spoonful for everyone. Put a gentle, eerie movie on mute with subtitles. It becomes moving artwork, not chatter. Light a few candles and one orange lamp to flatter faces and calm the room. Create cozy flow, a blanket pile, a slipper basket, and a drop zone for masks, wigs, and clunky props. Park a water carafe and small bowls of candy for a playful tasting flight. Compare caramels, sours, and peanutty classics. Offer a 5-minute porch breath if anyone needs decompression. Spooky adrenaline melts fast in cool air. Keep fog glow and animatronics in demo or off so the space reads friendly. Snap a group photo by your yard prop before everyone drifts home. Seal the season at midnight. At midnight, step onto the porch with a steaming mug, cider, tea, or hot water with lemon. Inhale the leaf-cold air, notice the hush between crickets and distant laughter, and thank the night out loud. Feel the railing, ground your feet, and let your shoulders drop. The season lands with you, not your to-do list. Back inside, write 3 quick lines. Best scare, favorite laugh, and 1 note for next year. Tape in a tiny memento, a wristband, a candy wrapper, a leaf, so your future self can time travel. Blow out the final candle, watching the smoke ribbon like a departing ghost, and stand in the quiet for 10 slow breaths. Then close the loop gently, rinse off makeup, moisturize, plug in battery packs, and hang costume pieces to dry. Sleep with the window cracked an inch, so the last echoes of October can whisper you to rest. Give November 1st a soft glow. Let November 1 arrive like a candle, not a klaxon. Brew tea, butter toast, and dust it with cinnamon sugar so the kitchen smells like a friendly spell. Do a 20-minute tidy timer. Props back to base positions, cords coiled, batteries charging, fog juice capped. Leave a few twinkle lights for one more evening if it lifts your mood. Weaning off wonder is an art. Archive the memories while they're fresh. Gather photos and clips into an album titled Spooky Season 2025 or Your Year. Add a few captions and favorite the keepers. Text a thank you to co-conspirators and share a tiny highlight reel. Sort candy into a communal jar and a freezer stash. Chili can join it too. If you're a list goblin, jot next year's tweaks, more candles, fewer props, earlier pumpkin run. Then take a walk in the crisp light and let the season settle. Halloween bows, but the glow lingers. Final nightfall. Carry the spell forward. Take a breath. Hear the leaves, feel the mug, spot the glow of a jack-o'-lantern you carved on purpose. You turned autumn into a living ritual, and now the path to Halloween lights itself the moment you dim a lamp or press play on a moody track. Your daily loop is your doorway. Mornings open with scent and sound, afternoons hold a small delight and a quick leaf walk. Evenings land with low light, one intentional candle, and a whispered thank you to the night. Your week hums with rhythm. Theme days keep momentum, movie nights feel like a stage with phones down and a pre-show playlist, and you rotate intensity so chills, laughs, and goosebumps share the couch. Home is Haunted HQ. Warm bulbs, a single narrow spotlight, paper silhouettes at the windows, and soundscapes that make rooms breathe. Fog crawls where you aim it, animatronics act on cue, and projections flicker safely. Yard theater flows, chords vanish, and a Monday sweep keeps the show crisp. It is cozy by day and deliciously eerie by night. The Witch's Pantry handles real life with flair. Pumpkin coconut soup in a snap, skillet pasta with gothic greens, black bean tacos with ember sweet potatoes, and boards that bite back for Fright Night. A weekly signature potion, a stash of make-ahead magic, and a soft landing drink before bed turn busy evenings into small celebrations. Out in the wild, you know the moves. Pumpkin patches at golden hour, corn maze teams with jobs, hay rides with a blanket and a thermos. Haunted houses get your best prep, brave up front and nervous in the middle, shoes laced, laughs ready. Parties and community nights fill the calendar, and your spooky kit tote waits by the door so you can chase fog and jack-o'-lantern glow without scrambling. The finale is planned and playful. A bucket list that actually gets done. Costumes built from the feeling up. A doorway festival that guides feet and delights eyes. And an after party that warms everyone back to human. At midnight, you seal the season, then give the morning after a gentle shine. Your quick start wrap, post your 2 per category bucket list where you see it. Schedule 1 light watch, 1 scream, 1 outing, and 1 soft scare this week. Stage a spooky shelf, swap in warm bulbs, and test 1 effect. Stock a fast cauldron dinner and mix a signature potion base. Build 2 playlists, a 10-track morning mood and a 10-track party cut. Book 1 haunt and 1 pumpkin patch. Add a rainy day swap at home. Prep the doorway festival basics, path lights, candy table, photo nook, bypass lane. Do a safety sweep. Cord secured, walkways clear, batteries charged, master power strip set. Keep it breathable. Hydrate, layer up, mind pets and neighbors, and treat sleep like a ritual. Let anticipation be part of the joy, not a race. Halloween is the crown jewel of spooky season, and the best way to honor it is to savor the build and the night itself with equal parts laughter and goosebumps. When the doorbell rings and the fog hugs the ground, you will be ready. Light the candle, press play. Open the door with a grin. The spell is yours.